These were the scenes in Invercargill earlier this evening as Tim Shadbolt, the mayor, had the Ranfurly Shield, jumped in the car, and he was followed to the ground by a fair few Stags fans. Ranfurly Shield rugby back on the menu in New Zealand, and for the first time since 1959, Southland have home advantage defending the Shield against North Otago. Ross Hay, the veteran. Aaron Major, you know plenty about this man.
Yeah, played a little bit of schoolboy rugby with Ross Hay for the Southern Regions, and he's a great player. He's good over the ball. He's a long-serving player of North Otago. It's good to see him still going strong.
Ross Hay will have good support from a couple of Englishmen in the pack, Stu Philpott, number 2, and Ryan Long, number 6. There is the skipper, Luke Hurden. He's on loan from Otago. He's played 38 times for the Old Golds, and he's a big man, As.
He's a big boy there. He'll be looking to provide a bit of penetration for the boys and get the fours on the front foot. He's also partnered by number 13 there, Tuimualoa, and he's a big boy as well, so it's going to be a big challenge for James Wilson defending these boys.
Plenty of pace out wide, and on the bench there's some real experience as well, the likes of Darling, Collier and Forrest, and also Cepho too. This man, Tim Boys, gets the honour of running the ball out in his 50th match for the Stags. Plenty expected from him as well, as he had a light season during the Super 14. He'll be looking for big things.
Yeah, he's definitely got a little bit to prove there. I suppose he'd be a bit disappointed that he didn't get a bit more game time for the Highlanders, but he's got a great opportunity now to cement himself here in the Southland side, and what better way to kick off with the Ranfurly Shield match.
Great honour for him to run out ahead of a big Southland pack as well. Plenty of Super 14 experience. Also in the back line, James Wilson gets the number 10 jersey. Plenty expected Robbie Robinson, fresh from the Māori season, to have that honour. But that has gone to Wilson, and he'll have adequate support as well from Seminar Manu at 12 and Pehi Tafari. Now the players will line up for a moment's silence here in honour of Greg Spencer, a Southland stalwart, member of the 59 Shield winning team. Ranfurly Shield rugby is back, and we're underway here at Rugby Park, and quickly Southland claim the kickoff. 2-0 it was. And now Cowan, Scott Cowan, feeds James Wilson deep inside the 22, and he unleashes. And Paxton is back and claims it easily. Looking to get something started. Billy Guyton it was. And the ball's cleaned up. Scott Cowan there. Sets it up nicely, and away they go. McIntosh feeds it up to Boys, and Boys gets rid of one. Scotty Cowan gets harassed, and you can't do that. Cowan again. Wilson. Wilson has Beckwith on his shoulder. Beckwith gets taken out by Philpott without the ball, but we're playing on. No, we're not. Kick looks good. The crowd let you know. Southland on the board early. 3 points to 0 after 3 minutes here at the park. And Fangupo looks to get it wide early, and Hurden, he's a big man, Luke Hurden. Breaks the first tackle. Fangupo, and again, advantage. North Otago. A little bit of confusion, but the penalty comes. Gets the hurry up from the Southland faithful. Kick looks good, it is good. So Ben Paxton has levelled the scores here. Almost 5 minutes gone, and that's good reward for some solid work. Joe Tuino waits in the middle of the line-out. That one didn't look entirely straight, but we carry on, and Luke Hurden on the crash. Fangupo now. Guyton. He's come down from Tasman, joined the North Otago province, and there's Rutledge looking to make amends, and he's ripped that one away. Jason Rutledge, the veteran, solid work. Now Cowan, just a little one over the top for Patterson to chase. He won't get there in time, and there's Tavita Fafita. A big season in Japan last year. 12. Paxton looking to go wide. Wilson there, and Wilson put him down. Big spot hit from James Wilson, and he has stayed down as Casanova Suwani. Well, James Wilson read that like a tarot card.
Certainly a great read there from James Wilson. Snuffed out that attack. Looked like North Otago had a few numbers on the outside, so he made the right call, and it's come off, but well tidied up once again from Ben Paxton back there.
I think you won't be shouting him a beer after the game after that one. Really, really great timing by Wilson. Hit him right in the rib cage.
Again they go. Wilson looked after. There's a little bit of space opening up for the Stags around the fringes at the moment. Tafari again with the offload. Wells to Patterson, who's come across. And offloads to McIntosh. Solid play this. Cowan again, looking for runners. Wilson. Tim Boy straight through the gap. Just taken down 1 metre short. Now the Stags have a real chance to set this crowd alight. And the penalty will come. Good looking rugby from Southland, and it's not over yet. Scott Cowan sees some space out wide, finds Joe Tuino. He offloads and Horton can't hold on.
First one's pass forward, Scott.
Yeah, they'll be a little bit disappointed with that result. The Southland boys, after some good build-up work, come back to the initial turnover from Josh Beckwith. A great counter up in there, and then they found North Otago short on the left-hand flank there. It's good to see James Patterson getting across from his wing as well, and making some yards down that side.
Bit of how's your father and back play between Rutledge and Tavita Fafita, but that's come to naught. And Southland again look to drive on. Cowan now. Pass goes to ground, but it's picked up by Wells. And he's dragged down. Hurden trying to get his hands on the ball, but it's there. Rutledge again puts in the fend. Round about 10, 8 metres out, and the penalty comes again. Scott Cowan protesting, and we will have a chat here.
Hey, you go back and you play your game.
Look, Hurden, he's into everyone.
He's pretty fired up. He's certainly leading the charge there. He's trying to lead his troops, but it's probably not in the right way in this situation.
Change, or I'll start going ahead.
Good to see Mark Wells getting the start tonight in his 29th game. Plays his footy at the Midlands Club down here. Scott Cowan takes it off from Tamariki. Runners everywhere. James Wilson gliding through. James Wilson over. And the Stags who finally get the try after 23 minutes. James Wilson, the scorer, simple play.
Yeah, it's a well-worked move there. Obviously, had the front runner holding up the defence there on the outside. Just gives James Wilson enough time to slip through that gap. As you can see here, 8-9. Cowan's done well. He's committed the inside defenders there. Manu on a short ball. It's given James Wilson enough time to get on the outside of Hurden. So, yeah, well-worked move, and they'll be happy to finally get over the try line. See a good finish from James Wilson as well. It's nice bit of footwork, and he's over. So he'll be happy to score the first 5-pointer for the Stags in the 2010 season.
Wilson then, this one looks good as well. He bends it through the uprights. He's 2 for 2, and Southland take a 10-3 lead here at Rugby Park, and defence number 1. Just a reminder, on debut, James Patterson came down from Canterbury last year. Oh, Dave Simpson throws a boot in. Just looking to relieve a bit of this pressure, North Otago. They haven't played a lot of footy in the Southland half. Tahiti Fari picks us up. A flat ball it was too. Finds Wells, and Wells. McIntosh is there. Throws the pass to Wilson. Wilson goes around the outside. He's dragged down, and he's into touch.
A couple of loose passes there from the Southland boys. I think they just got to gather a bit of composure there, especially when they get down there. They can be a little bit more patient. They've got to treat North Otago with a little bit more respect, but build on the score, build on their momentum, and then the points will come if they keep persisting with that pressure.
Yeah, that one there was probably the one to hit up, wasn't it? As they sort of probably hung on to that ball, set up another phase. Because it's one thing North Otago were very good at, is their scrambling defence.
This one's gone to Duff, and Duff finds Fafita, and David Simpson is there. A couple of good touches from Simpson in the last couple of minutes. Paxton again. He has cleared the ball exceptionally well from deep today. And the flag's gone up, and it'll be North Otago ball. Southland thought they had rights, but Wells touched that before it went over the line. Line out is a good one from North Otago. So they have another chance to clear. Paxton had some time. And instead he offloaded to Guyton, and Guyton's unleashed with a big one, but down to his opposite, Horton, who's in good position. And Horton now takes it to the line and feeds it to Wells. Bit of room to work in for Mark Wells. Inside to Horton, outside to Wells, but it's flawed. Vinnie Munro in great position to see it as well, but enterprising stuff from the 15 and the 14.
Oh, they're looking really sharp, the back three for Southland. Glenn Horton's a great runner, isn't he? He saw the space. He's, he's committed 2 guys here, and he's put Mark Wells away down the sideline.
And the good part too, Aaron, is he's staying in support really well, hasn't he? Given his pass, probably a bit stiff there, to be fair. He's sort of going sideways, but great attack.
So still there, Chris King again. Seminar Manu, James Wilson. Up into the line goes Joe Tuino. Great run from the big lock forward, and they take play just 10 metres short now to Southland. James Patterson was fighting for the ball, but it spilt out on the North Otago side, and again they've diffused the situation. The whistle goes, half-time here at Rugby Park, and believe it or not, North Otago trailed by just